Yeah, he already, I know exactly what he said.
Fortnite, 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 Fortnite.
From my vantage point, so I understand correctly, it looks like, from what he said to me, obviously I need your eye on it to make sure. It looks like he's taking the ETA from the Valley and just punking it into the floor and not actually reaching out to him. That's what it appears.
Like saying, like on time, basically.
Yeah, where the, like this extra
Fortnite.
we're not,
Get on Fortnite, or else I'm gonna beat you up. I don't think so.
Lethal Logic server. I did send off a server.
I don't think so.
Lethal Logic server. I did send off a server.
I don't think so.
Lethal Logic server. I did send off a server. I reached out to Andrew for an update.
I can't turn it off.
anyway, so,
I don't think so.
I chatted with Kate briefly,
I don't think so.
she chatted with Kate briefly,
I don't think so. I'm live streaming on YouTube.
I mean, Kate came over and talked to me after, and she said, like, we could do it par for par, which we
I'm a
would
cat.
offer, like, what Daniel was making. She didn't say anything about offering more than that when I told her what she was asking and what it would. She was like, we wouldn't be able to do that. And then she said she was going to go to People Works and see what they had.
If you wash your hands for 3 days, you'll have bleeding hands.
Great and would be probably amazing at the job, from, like the interview perspective of it, but
My cat's kitty on the cat.
we could offer
If you
her
mess with me, you're gonna get
like what we
scratched.
could offer, but I don't see that we could offer like $12,000 more than what Daniel's making.
Gotta get shot! There's 45 seconds! 30
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If we could, if that's the level that we could reach out and say, here you go, here's an offer. If she doesn't want to take it, I guess. The only other thing is that, you know, said she has a lot of resumes out,
If you mess
etc.
with me, you're gonna get
Somebody else comes
scratched.
calling in 2 or 3 weeks down the road from a resume she had out. Is she gonna leave?
Hey, if you mess
Because
with
it's
me,
more money.
you are going to get scratched.
yeah.
Mute.
I'm just concerned, based on your concern, on the timeline being squeezed, and we can't seem to get people to go to an interview.
Yeah.
So I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask Kay to flow an offer letter out to her, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if she's willing to come for that amount, I mean, whether or not she's going to, like I said, take it as an in-between until she gets what she wants, and then we're just in the boat at a different time. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, it is only a turn of the spot.
Yeah.
We can offer. And,
Yeah.
cute little fart.
So when are you going to be chatting with Jessica about this updating issue?
Yeah, I'll talk to her about that today.
You're back at home this afternoon, correct?
Yes, I'm home. I'll be home tomorrow too, just because I got a flat tire and drove on it after.
Okay, join me on long jump,
So don't
Titan.
laugh too hard on that.
Why are you streaming?
I do not know.
And I was like, what is going on? Something must have fell off. And then Levi was like, what is the smell? And then we got out. I was like, oh my god, the tire is flat. So that's what it was. Anyway, so it's going. I'm going to take it over to the shop at, Justin will have to pump it up and then take it over. It's just going to go to Blue's Cap here, just right down the road from our house. So it'll be pumped up just enough to get there. I don't know if it'll last any longer than that.
Who's that one guy that
I will be
just
good to make up for it.
I don't know.
Go in
just one
Monday,
person?
Tuesday, Wednesday next week before I'm off.
Did you see who's watching you?
No.
The kids are traumatized, I'm sure.
Yeah, who knows? I'm traumatized to hearing.
You sent me an
Okay,
invite, so you're
Justin
part of
is
the
too
leader.
pleased. He realized I drove.
I know, join me.
Home.
You didn't send an invite.
Bruh, you're yelling at me.
Is it a winter tire or just a used?
It's like an all-season tire.
So are you changing all the winter tires anyway?
Yeah, we'll be changing them. So hopefully it's not going to be a whole ordeal.
Are
But
you doing right?
yeah, he said he got it in for Friday at 3, so just take it at noon and leave it there, and then hopefully they'll get it done. And
Bro, they.
if not, then we'll pick it up Monday.
Did you know they put like the. You can't use the skin if you're 10.
Yeah.
Wait, you cannot use this item in experience rated everyone 10 plus or lower.
How fast were you going when you realized
Well, I was trying not to go like too fast, but like I thought I don't know, I thought that like the exhaust fell off or something was dragging, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Like, but like I think it was because it wasn't on my side that like I was like obviously could feel it, but it didn't seem like it was like a flat tire. I don't know, and maybe it was like I feel like it would have went flat fairly quickly.
I'm still
but
wearing
then,
the skin.
I was like, well, we'll just get there. Like we're almost there. Like, so yeah, and I was like, it wasn't that far from physio. It's like 6 minutes ish from here to physio. It's just like when you're going into Brook, I call it the back way. Some people call it the front way, but when you're going like to go in far away from Eden Valley, like on the number 1. So yeah, I wasn't going like too fast, but then I was just like, yeah, I was like, that could have been dangerous. Levi's like, oh my god, what if the cops? I was like, they probably would have been like, this lady is crazy.
Yeah. So was it your back passenger tire?
Yeah, it was the back passenger.
Yeah, see, if it had been the front, your front end would be all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, me
Lesson
too.
learned, hopefully.
If we have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm using a skin that technically I
Alright,
Buy 50 Jamal coins to get one random
reach out
pet.
to Kay, or you want me to reach out to Kay?
It says buy 50
yeah, I can
Jamal
just reach out to
coins.
her and ask her and say we want to offer her
What do you
like what $39.5 and see if she wants to do it, or if that's enough.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been offering the 500. It's not going to be, it's based,
Not really.
it's based
No one
on
chance.
a year.
Yes, yeah.
So she's not getting paid $40,000 for 8 months. So
Okay.
gotta make sure that the offer is specific to like what the projected or salary is based on a year, not just the term.
Meow, 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 meow.
So what would it?
I'm ready to
So
play.
what do we want to say? Or do you
I'm in the game.
Oh, they want the rifle grab. I'm not.
No, I mean just say it's at the same base, it's at the same rate.
Big bang, what's that?
I'm playing Tycoon.
Like you can go to 40, you Daniel with 39.5.
No, bro, I'm on a roll. I hope it saves my progress because I just bought a Jamal coin.
Offer her based on 40 grand.
I'm literally playing Pet Simulator X.
And as the term now shrunk because we were thinking 10 months based on...
Please save my progress, please.
We said 19th of August, so I guess it's from now till end of August probably.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably say like end of August. You could say like, yeah, August 31st even. That's like the last
I just
Saturday
rated
of
Tina.
August.
That's so dumb.
Sure.
Should I add, who's that other HR girl?
Bro, are you gonna leave?
Please
I'm kind
begin.
of sick though.
I just...
Yeah.
I can't emo. Sorry.
Bruh. Nobody's watching my stream. Nobody.
Yeah, I'll talk to Jessica today and I'll just make
That's
sure
sad.
that she knows
You're
if she needs, if she's not, I don't know how
Ready
she would
up.
be getting by without asking the fleet managers for their job. For like
Long
the
jump
ETAs.
simulator.
Like, if she wasn't doing that, I don't even know
I
how
want to play duos.
that would work.
No, long jump simulator, bro.
But, you know what? People are
Please, bro, I love this game so much, bro. This is so cool, bro.
Yeah, there, I mean...
I'm going into this server.
It looks like she's just putting whatever the timestamps that ETA presents, or sorry, EVP,
yeah.
ETAs, it looks like she's just taking that number and dropping it in the load lineup and not...
I'm a kitty, 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 I'm a cat.
Not asking about
If you
it,
mess with
yeah.
me, you're gonna
And
get
then, like, waiting
scratched.
until somebody comes to me and says that there's a problem.
Houston, we got a problem.
Thing to do.
There's a furry in the
Yeah, I mean, EVP is one of our big customers, and, Trevor's buddy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He's gonna be all over. Surprised he hasn't called me and reamed me out.
No, if he does, I'm gonna call her right after this and just be like, hey,
Honey, see you
just so you're
looking
aware,
at me.
these two issues came up today where like it doesn't seem like we asked for ETAs and it's gotta happen, so just I don't deal with it. 'Cause I don't do
No, it restarted my
it,
level.
so let's not have to.
I'm level 1.
Let's just do what we're supposed to
Me
do.
too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that Chris?
Yeah, and I didn't really get to, because the Sahil had come on that call or whatever, but, like when
Saved my
was going through
coins,
the
but not my
Highlander
level.
ones or whatever, there was like a couple that showed that we were late, and it was like the local ones, which I was,
And my pet.
we've been asking them, like, make sure,
I even found those
like,
XP
when Garnet's
just
going to be there and, like,
getting
what
these.
time to ask for, and then Brandon, I asked him about it, and he's like, well, like, actually, he had reached out and asked them, like, can you book us for 10 a.m., like, that's what it's going to be, and it says 8 a.m., and then they were like, oh, Wendell, I guess, what was, like, at Highlander was like, well, there's a window until 10:30, so that will be fine. But that's not fine because we got dinged for it. So I was like, if they refuse to like change it, we're saying our ETA is 10 and they're not changing it, then just put that we're there at 8 a.m. Because what, like, we're telling you that we need
What
to
level
pick
are
up
you?
at 10 a.m.
3.
And you're
Oh,
saying
I'm
it's
level
fine
4.
until 10:30, but then if we don't put
But
8
we're on
a.m.
the
as the
red
arrival
ones.
time, we're gonna get dinged for it. And that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's gonna do that from now on. And then there was a couple that didn't get completed off on a Friday, which I was like,
I'm
if you're
level
not
4.
gonna, if you're having an issue and
I
you can't get it completed off, just send
200
it to
stars
me.
already.
I will complete
I have
it. So
600.
hopefully going through and then like showing him all the ones as well, and for myself to know what we're doing, and then to be obviously prepared for the monthly
I have a
call
pepper.
that's in like a couple weeks. I just want to make sure we have a good grasp on what the issues are.
No, 100%. I mean, checking the strat plan update.
And then, wait, come over here.
Yesterday, I had updated the other day.
Come over here, yeah.
You know, the question is, okay, well, these things on the strat plan, I mean, Trevor said to me yesterday, you know, well, you said you're going to have this done by the 31st of December, and I said, well, in February, we didn't think you know, we thought we had the right people at the table, and, you know, figure things out and get things done. But
Yeah.
I said, our Greenbelt project basically showed the data and showed how many deviations and gaps we had in our system. And we're finally, you know, then Brian jumped in too and said, you know, there's some stuff that you and I just beyond our sphere.
Yeah.
I'm level 6.
But, you know, Trevor's like, at the end of the day, he wants it done.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's what I want as well. Like, I definitely thought, like, when we did the strat plan, that it was like, okay, awesome, this is like what our goal is, and like, this is gonna be like easy. And yeah, it hasn't been at all.
No, and I said your frustration level, you know, has been all too consuming at times for you. You know, I said, we're working on it, and I'm hopeful that, I said, Midland has basically dropped off the map, you know, between the highliner situation and
I kind of like Greenwich.
We're going to get there by the end of December.
Yeah.
We're in the 80s and close to 90. And I also said that, you know,
I think our
If you do
power.
like this like launch thing, do you lose stars?
No.
Will wants to set up
I don't think.
based on his note from
I'm gonna check.
Friday in the next 5 weeks. The control plan stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting close to saying to operations, look, this is your baby. You got to deal with this. We're still
I
going to
just collected
update.
all the red ones.
Based on the control plan is, we're still going to
You can't
look
slide.
at the source from the customer
Yeah.
and talk to the customer every week.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that,
Wait, what?
you know, that I still, like, it's nice to see that Cody's making, like, an effort, and, you know, we're making some changes in there, and we are seeing, like, quite a few loads
What
start
just happened?
to track correctly, and then it
Level
seems
one.
like, other ones have been, like, IT things, or, you know, things didn't happen quite on time, so I think if they can just make sure it's happening on time, like within the 24 hours, like not to be 24 hours old, then we'll be fine. And I do think that the load ID, if they're able to add that, like, you know, I get it, they might be busy on something, there might be an emergency, like it happens to all of us, where we have to sidetrack items and then work on something else for a bit because it's an emergency. But if they can add that in after and then everything flows through and it looks good, that should be like a huge win, I think. So fingers crossed when we get the next scorecard, and then maybe the one after that should be better. But yeah.
Yeah, I think, I truly believe if we have the IT side figured out, you know, the human side will always drag us down a bit, but, you know, with all this attention we're giving it, I would hope that
No, bro, I got the
operations
exact
people, after
same
they leave our meeting, if they're actually fucking doing something.
Well, and I mean, obviously, if we're saying, okay, like, you know, when we have to speak to the strat plan, that like, hey, okay, like we've done everything for Walmart that like we can do, and we've worked with you, and here's the issues that are left that are bringing the score down. Like,
Let us go to Legendary Diamond, cat.
Like that they can ignore it, like, you know,
William.
like it's gonna be a priority as a whole for the whole
Look at my
group.
pet.
Like, it's at least in the strat plan. Like, not just
Yeah, for sure.
ours. Like, if we can't control the item that's
I just got 2,200.
tracking, then
How?
I just, you know, I think that Brian will get it up there.
Yeah, in hindsight, I wish we
Do you
had
have
brought
Rocket
him
League
in sooner,
still?
but
No,
it just wasn't.
What?
no.
I guess it just,
You re-download it?
the data was
After.
showing,
Yeah,
and we were relying on Alec, but
yeah. And I think that obviously there was things that, you know, we were relying on Will, and he was basing a lot of his observations and things that he knew on, you know, the process that it was before, and not necessarily what it is now. And like with the IT factor in there, it just it pooched us. So.
Oh my god, I'm like right next to
yeah, let's
this.
see what the scorecard looks like after these tweaks by Cody,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, I
maybe
got
you
some
and I
hundred.
should have a meeting with Brian and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lengthy one, but just say, okay, where are we at? We're planning on having this
Look
shit.
how far I can go.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll let you
How
know.
much do you
I got
get?
phones, so it'll follow up from the earlier part of the conversation.
Where even are you?
And so let me know how the conversation goes with Jessica.
How far did you go?
And, I mean, you can say
To the
you've got allocated
26,000.
the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, I'll say like Alec is, you know, is hyper aware of like what's happening. Like if you know
No, what's going on?
he's looking at it, he's gonna ask the fleet managers. He's gonna go in behind you and do that. So if you're not asking him, and he goes to one of them, like I'm gonna hear about it in 2 seconds that you didn't ask.
Yeah.
I just got an epic.
I have a legendary.
One of our biggest customers.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been trusting her to do her job.
Yeah.
And, you know, if
What do
things
they
don't
do?
turn around,
Make your
the
power
alternative is
faster.
out the door. Okay?
Yeah.
Which we don't want to do. But that's a reality. You can tell her that. When Alex does his auditing, the shit comes to my desk and Trevor is asking about it because it's his pet project.
Yeah.
I'm level
Right.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Heavy-handed.
I just hit 2,000.
Very concerned.
Yeah. I know.
You know, because the other day you and I I talked to you last week about, or was it Tuesday? I can't remember. Last week, Jessica.
Yeah.
Still considered term, so we can just cut her off, but we don't want to because we spent a lot of effort to get her where she is.
Wait, why am I level 1 again?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if things don't
Are you
improve,
level
we
1?
won't be renewing her the full time.
Yeah.
You know?
Pickaxes.
Anyway, I know it was a hard conversation.
What do we get?
Let me know how it goes.
Where'd you?
Yep. Will do.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've got to call someone for work.
Oh, okay, now I can talk. I'm at like 3,300 now. Because I have this legendary cat.
What?
But since I'm not high level, I'm only getting like in the thousands.
Why do we keep going back down to level 1?
Because, see at the top it says power round reset. That's how much time as we get to level up our power and get like a bunch of stuff to get to world 2.
If I buy a new one, if I have it, and since I have an epic on, does it take away my epic?
I don't know, that's why I'm not buying any pets, because I have 200 coins right now, and or 200 Jamal coins, and I'm saving up to get this one instead of this one, because I don't want to lose my good pet, because you can't look at your pets.
I'm gonna try to do this. Oh wow, I'm not Should we pickaxes?
I don't know.
I have a call,
I'm
bud.
going to. So much health though. You should sit here and pickaxe it. Oh.
Hello.
Hey. Jess?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw your name on the thing, so I wasn't gonna do the whole.
It's Easton's. It's Jessica speaking.
Tis I.
Yeah. Were you able to get a hold of Pat?
I just sat back down, so I haven't tried calling
Oh my
him,
god, I'm
so
flying.
Oh,
I'll have to
okay.
try to call him now and
What?
see. It's just those two
What's the
IMF
highest?
things. Like, I don't
What?
even know really who to ask.
What's your highest to like go?
Right now I'm at
Says that,
I got 42,000.
well, maybe it's
Holy. What pet do you have?
The cases are in bad shape. There's 5 cases of meatballs and ground beef. They were picked up in October, so really like to know where they ended up.
Yeah, and then like so Cisco sent Alex from IMS an email that said, "Good afternoon, Alex. It appears that Easton's team has delivered your skid to
Use the rocket
Apatito in
boost when you
Ontario.
jump.
Not sure how it was delivered there, but we're looking into it now." And then they sent him another message that said, "Our warehouse team has confirmed the pallet was tagged correctly and
Like, as soon
placed
as you
on
fly,
an
click
Easton's
it.
truck. However, they delivered it to Apatito instead of IMS."
Weird.
Yeah, so like.
Okay, I'm at 300 coins. I can buy the next thing.
And then when someone went to pick it up, Kevin said someone picked it up, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Oh, we sent that last week." So they literally just slap it on a random truck.
Oh god.
I got an uncommon.
Yeah, so like I'm
Oh,
having
wow.
troubles.
Yeah, I don't even like. Basically, if it's not at one of the terminals,
You don't have your legend
then I have
anymore.
no idea.
Right?
I still go flying.
And it's like I reached out to to Moncton, and Kevin said that
Go
he
even higher.
5 cases back.
34,000.
You saw them go on the truck, whatever. So
Yeah.
that's fine. Those have to go rekindle somewhere.
So
There's
After this,
46
what do you
cases
do?
that might potentially.
No.
did Cisco say that we don't like that they found it at Apatito? Like someone from Cisco said that?
No, all she said was our warehouse team confirmed the pallet was tagged correctly and placed on an Eason's truck. However, Eason's delivered it to Apatito instead of IMS. Please follow up with Eason's on this matter. And I'm like, I
And
don't even know what Apatito is.
did she give us the address of where it delivered to?
No, it just says Apatito.
And then did they get it back from Apatito, or they wanted us to get it back from Apatito?
I guess it's like the most vague.
Because I feel like if it was at Apatito, then we have to. If they want us, if they are saying it's there,
I just got 6,000.
we have to be like,
200.
which address is it at? And
Holy.
then, like,
Yeah.
It's I jump and I do the.
what can we use as
I have
like a
200 coins.
pickup number to bring it back if that's what it wants?
You just keep on the rocket and get them a lot of coins.
I'll see if Alex, because I know that Alex said that he would reach out to them, because I said, like, did they just put it back on a random truck, like the truck that was there, or like, because obviously it wasn't for the specific pickup, because Kevin, like,
Yeah, ask
messaged me
for
and
it.
said not.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to ask him if he'd reach out to Cisco and be like, do we know for sure that it's Apatito, and can I get an address, and
Mhm.
do we pick it up, and like, that's...
Yeah.
It's so weird. I can't really see one of our drivers, like, just taking a random thing when there's no ticket
I got 3,000
to some
now. It's
random
not
place
bad.
called Apatito.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know how. I feel like it would have ended up getting there, like, from Cisco or somewhere.
Yeah. They know for sure.
Or, like, if it came in
They're chucking
and...
away 10,000
Yeah, it's
health
just
from
very
this thing.
Have they heard from them?
I just
Have they
like
heard
stop
from
it.
Apatito?
Yeah, I don't know.
Apatito.
How is, like, the morning lineup going for Eden Valley? I feel like they're like, on a warpath right now. Not Eden specifically, but, like, Alec and everyone just, like, wanting to make sure that, like, the fleet managers are being asked every day. I feel like he's gonna go behind us and ask the fleet managers if they're being asked.
Oh yeah, no, everything's going fine.
Okay.
As far as that goes.
And are we like for every load reaching out every day to make sure that they're on track?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure that we are, because he will go to them and then ask them, and if they say they didn't hear from any of us, then I will hear about it, or Andrew will hear about it, and it'll be a whole ordeal.
I'm sure. I'm totally sure. This morning was not fun.
No.
At all.
With like the whole new dough
Go
thing?
claim 50 free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
I did.
well, did you hear back from them? And I'm like, if I did, I
just
didn't save that email. I would save every single email that I get. Like, I saved the majority, but I'm not going to save the... If someone sends me an email that says, okay, great, I'm not going to save that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's whatever. It's usually the lower path, so I just try to keep my head down.
Yeah, I know. It can be frustrating when
The way that my heart was like beating out of my chest, I was like, did I send the email?
I know, and
Because
it,
like I remember you and I talking about it, and then I was like, oh my god, did I actually? So then I was like, what day was this? And I'm like scrolling back through all my like sent emails and stuff, and I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, thank you.
I know, I could remember it because I remember I was like in the office and we were
That's really good.
across the hall, and I was like, oh yeah, that one's a weird one, and it's probably gonna have to be Alyssa and Betty that deal with it. So then
Yeah. And then I like had I remember asking you about it whether or not it was like a
years or
monkey or
yeah, and I was like, oh, it's
Yours
probably
doesn't
gonna be
say
a
anonymous.
15 combos. They wanted it
I'm
next day.
gonna check if I have
So yeah, it just sucks. Like I know it's hard sometimes too. Like, and it happens to me, and I guess it's probably like the one thing that we all struggle with is that we send it off, and then it's like you're not 100. Sometimes you just aren't sure. Did they see it? Like, were they good?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that going to happen? And it just sucks.
It's got an epic summer dog.
Garnet catches stuff with me all the time, and so it is hard, but
I can't talk.
they're really pushing that like on all of us to just make sure that
My
we're
mom's
getting
on the call.
100% confirmation on everything, and if we don't get it, then it's like call Alyssa, Teams her, like, didn't see you respond to my email, like did you see it? And then usually people are pretty good at getting back, so I guess that's the only thing we can do to make sure that we're good on that. But yeah, just be hyper aware of like talking to the fleet managers in the morning. Like, make sure you send them a note, ask them, have it like in an email or in a chat to make sure.
I usually do it on Teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm pretty good about messaging like Jeff and all of them to get my ETAs and stuff. So
Yeah. If you have any issues where like you are reaching out or you're calling them and they're not answering, and like just let me know and I'll help you get an answer from them, because I know sometimes when you're doing the lineup, it's like you want to get it done and you're waiting on someone to get back to you, and it sucks. But
I feel like the only one that ever doesn't answer right away is Andrew.
yeah, that's definitely a common theme there. I like cringe when I see something. I'm like, no.
Me too. Well, it's like I had already put like send my morning report, and then he came back with that at like I don't know what time that was, and I was like, great, I have to send a separate email to say like, oh, Maple Lodge is gonna be late, because usually if I just put Maple Lodge as like a new ETA on the report, then Rebecca from Maple Lodge reads it, and she comes back with me and she says, okay, thanks for the update or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like, no, I gotta take time and send another email. And
Yeah, I would say like if he's on something and you're not getting the answer back, and like you like call him and he doesn't answer, then like don't either send the load lineup and leave it blank and just say, hey, I'm still trying to get this answer, or like escalate it to Alec. He's gonna, if he wants to be hyper aware on it, then just be like, listen, I'm trying to get a hold of Andrew and I can't, and I want to send the lineup. Like,
oh yeah, I've gone to Rob before too. So
yeah. So don't send it if we're not sure, because then they're like, oh, we didn't check it, and they think that we just sent it off and we just like guessed, and then that makes them mad. And then Trevor like watches them because he's very close to Troy and everything, so he wants to always make sure everything's going good. So if he sees that we like said it's on time and then we go back and say it's not, he's just hyper aware, and then it's like, why did we tell them it was on time if it's not? And
then I also feel like I learned that lesson like when I first started.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when the first couple months that I was here, like I feel like I learned that pretty quick. Like you can't say like you don't know or whatever for the morning report, and that's why sometimes I don't send it until like 11 o'clock in the morning because I'm like, okay, I'm still patiently waiting for Cam and Kelly to get back to me, or Ashley, or whoever.
And kind of, yeah, if you do, like, if you're waiting and you're trying to get the rest of it done and then you don't want to send it, and if there was just like an issue from it, just send them the issue right away. Say, this issue is blah blah blah, and then I'm still going through the morning lineup and I'll send you the rest as soon as possible. But just let them know if there's like an issue, and then like complete the lineup as you get everything back from everyone.
Oh yeah, and like usually I'll, like, even if I send the lineup and it has something on it, and like say I like messed it up, then I'll just like send it, like I'll just reply to it again and be like, oh, like actually it's this. You know, take a little screenshot of my report and then be like, oh, this said it was going to be at 8 o'clock, actually it's going to be 9 o'clock now, or whatever.
Yeah, I think then they like think that we didn't ask.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think we didn't ask, but it's like, no, I asked, but now there's a difference. Like,
yeah, and that's fine. I mean, things change too, but just as long as we make sure, and if you're having issues, then we'll just push back the office way and be like, listen, we need to get this information, so give it to us.
Yeah, it's like recently, like I said, my only problem lately has been trying to get the doc to tell me about where things are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
everybody else has been pretty great.
I find like when it's Moncton, like you can send Kevin an email and you'll have an answer back like very quickly. But when it's Kentville, I find I just call Pat if it's urgent, like because he just I don't know, he's doing stuff weird all the time. He's not like looking at his phone or at the computer, like whereas I assume Kevin must be holding his phone or is at a computer all the time. But with Pat, it's kind of different, and it's hard to get an answer. Or I'll call Martin, or if Martin's there, just ask him to check on it. Like, I don't know if he's there today. I was talking to him earlier, but I didn't ask him.
His office light's on, so I think he's here. But.
Yeah. So if you call Pat and you can't get him, just go to Martin and be like, hey.
I just got an comment.
Yeah, I'll definitely message Alex and ask him about the.
But I didn't say
whether or not it's actually at Apatito, because if it is, then like, yeah, we'll go get it.
Yeah.
But like, if there's no confirmation there that it's actually at Apatito, then I don't know what he wants to go. Martin, that's so weird. His light just turned on.
It was originally at Cisco, but now they say it's at Apatito.
Yeah. So like, I had sent somebody to go pick it up. Yeah. At Cisco and bring it back to IMS, and then when they showed up, he's like, oh, we sent it on an Easton's truck last week. And I'm just like, what do you mean? And they're like, oh, it ended up in Ontario somehow. And I'm like, that's why you don't just put it on a random truck.
You know what? I really think that they probably put it on, like, maybe not even an Easton's truck, or like on something else, like a return of Cisco's going to Apatito, because they deal in Apatito product themselves. So they probably had a return. They probably put it on top of a return for them going just back to Apatito.
Just center, yeah, exactly. That's like, I'm like, that's 40, like, that's a lot of cases to just misplace. Yeah. 5 cases, I can understand. Especially if they were crappy the way that Kevin said that they were, but 46? That's a whole pallet. I don't really think that they're going to be able to just lose that. But, I don't know. It's just me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Let me know how you make all the Pat. And then, yeah, let's just hammer the fleet managers for ETAs every day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all those good. And, like, the other thing about that order that we were having picked up, like the one that messed up today, like that's not on anything. It's not on a load lineup. It's not on anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's not something that like would have been that I would have had to have like messaged the fleet manager about to ask for ETAs or anything. Yeah. Because that was just kind of like a weird one-off that we just kind of communicated through email, right? Like that wasn't a load lineup morning report special.
Yeah. No, I know. This one was kind of a one-off, so we'll just have to make sure if we get any more like that, that we just are like following up to say you got it on a trip, right at the beginning, to be like, this is planned on the planner, and if you don't hear anything, I would even just call like Alyssa and say we have this load. I'd be scared now.
Like, Alyssa's usually really, really on top of that.
Yeah, and I've seen her like miss emails before, so I, like, if I don't see her respond, I kind of am like hyper aware to her not responding, so then I'm like, I'll usually send her a chat and be like, hey, did you see that email, or did you see that on, you know, Nadeau email, whatever it was, subject line, and then she's usually really quick to be like, oh no, I'll look, and then she probably would have said, oh, Betty, I'm going to drop this and put it on the planner. She must have just ignored the email.
Maybe, or like maybe she thought that like Betty was going to do it, or vice versa.
Yeah, she might have been waiting for Betty to say she could cover it, and then Betty
and then just never did.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll just have to make sure we follow up, and she's usually pretty great, so a call or a team, she'll definitely answer.
Oh, she's super great. Like I said, she's usually like super on the ball and stuff, so
yeah.
And it was super dramatic. It was like at least 5 people were messaging me at the same time.
Oh no.
The same thing this morning. So like when you messaged me, I was already talking to Sarah from Eden Valley. And then obviously Alec had messaged about it too. And then I was like, just like, oh my god, I just kept toppling. And I'm like, you know, and then Beth was like, yeah, sorry, we can't use it anymore. And I'm like, I don't understand how something that was going to get delivered today.
Yeah, because it was supposed to pick up yesterday, yeah, so it wasn't that.
And it was going to be delivered today, and then she's like, oh, we can't use it today anymore. And I'm like, but it was going to deliver today. What do you mean you can't use, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I mean, maybe I don't understand chicken, but I was just like, what are you guys talking about? Like,
yeah, for sure. I was like, it's happened to me before where I have a mini heart attack. Several times a week usually. I'm like, oh my god. Well, I think I said it last week where you get, someone's like, hey, what's going on with this one? And then you're like, did I key that? Did I do anything
exactly.
like that? So,
it's like, oh my god. Well, that was me earlier when I was like, oh my god, maybe I didn't send them an email.
Yeah.
Or maybe I didn't reach out to them to like ask about it. And then my heart was like beating, and then I was like, as soon as I saw the email, I was like, oh, thank god I did.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just have to tighten it up. We're just everybody's on like high alert right now because rates down and don't want anyone being unhappy. So we want Eden Valley to be the happiest little bunch of leprechauns they can be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Alright, well, yeah, if you can't get, just let me know how we go with that. If it's at Altitude, then we can set it up with Tim and Kelly to come back. And that,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, same.
See if he thinks it's still there.
Did you get anything?
Fingers crossed.
Oh,
yep. And if you have any issues, like, just escalate to Rob and Alec if you can't get those ETs.
Oh, I just got a legendary golden rabbit.
I haven't had any issues.
Look, William.
At least for like a while for my.
Bro, I just got another dog.
William, look.
Just mostly Andrew.
Look how fast I can go. You ready? 3, 2, 1,
yeah.
go.
And then yeah, just don't send it off if we're not like sure, or we didn't get an initial ETA from the fleet manager. Just wait until they actually respond. You don't want them to be like, hey, you told us this and now it's not this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I got a cute cat.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because you're gonna laugh your ass off at this, but I took Levi to his physio yesterday. I popped a tire and drove on it for like several kilometers, not realizing
did not mean
that
to do
that's
that.
what it was, because I'm mechanically impaired.
Dang it, bro.
It was like literally, I was like, what is going on? Levi was like freaking out. I was like, this is like, there's something must be hanging off the car or something. I was like, we're almost home. It'll be fine. We got out and he's like, what is that smell? And I was like, oh my god. I like walked around the car. It was like the back passenger wheel. And I was like, it's completely flat. And I was like, it must be like burning rubber that we smell. So I had
and like your rim too.
I'm gonna get off.
I know. I don't even know, Justin.